Hey there everybody! Seth here! After 2 months of steady work, Boss Chaos, my son, my child, is ready to rock and roll! Honestly feel like it's taken so much longer, cause goddamn, the past month I spent devising his AI habits has just been brutal. Lots of stuff working, then not working, then working, then not working again, and do not get me started on how awful trying to get this guy to shoot at least vaguely on command turned out to be. His AI is far from perfect and definitely still has a few issues, but he'll probably provide more than a worthy enough challenge for those brave enough to take him on. I spent quite a while devising him to be as strong as I possibly could be, and I think I've succeeded for the most part. As most of you are probably aware, he very handily wipes the floor with every other boss in the game at the time of this release. Perhaps at some point in the future, I'll give an upgrade or two. But overall, for my first Strive mod I've ever made, I'm pretty damn satisfied with how things turned out. I really do kind of regret starting with such a hard character to work with, though. At the very least, it will help me greatly if I end up making more bosses for Strive, though. But anyway, thanks a lot to everyone who's been following my pursuits with Boss Chaos and been patient for the release. The download link for him is in the description below. If you're interested in seeing what I changed about him as a character, then stick around, but otherwise, I hope he was worth the wait and you all enjoy playing as or against him at your leisure. If you do try to beat him, please do upload all of your numerous attempts to do so. Okay, showcase time! I shall now demonstrate all of the fun things I changed about Chaos and his kit for his boss form. This, won't be covering anything about his AI habits because it'll be much more fun for everyone to experience his boss AI firsthand, but this will cover everything else, essentially, that I've done with him. So, to start, obviously he's a lot more durable than normal, like every other boss character. Fun thing is, though, that boss characters in Strive don't exactly have more health, they actually instead take less damage than usual. Why the devs opted for that is beyond me. The defense bonus varies from boss to boss, normally, although Kai and Ramlethal have the same one. In Chaos' case, though, I gave him the same one as Nagoriyuki's boss form, which is the highest one available. And that equates to Chaos here only taking 1/3 of the damage he usually would. Despite him being a lot squishier than most other characters, you can see that Raw Ride the Lightning didn't do that much of a dent in his health pool overall. Additionally, all the bosses in Strive are also given a universal 10% damage bonus, so to speak. So Chaos has one as well. Pretty self-explanatory that this makes his hits hurt a lot more. Okay. God, fucking this character, I'll never be able to play him. In Chaos' case, also though, he also gains tension passively over time. I should probably change the bar to not be full for that so you can see that his tension gauge gradually increases over time, very similarly to, or rather exactly, just like Boss Nagoriyuki's does. So he has a bit of extra meter to play around with at all given times. That about sums up the universal changes. As for character-specific stuff, I've also modified quite a bit in that regard as well. It would appear that Chaos was walking around and found Solid Snake's bandana on the ground or something because he's got himself a bottomless clip in his gun. That's right! Infinite ammo. No reloading, no problem. Basically, I feel like reloading is Chaos' biggest weakness because unlike concentration, bullets don't regenerate over time. And I essentially had to give him infinite of one of the two resources, just off concept alone. So I picked the one that I found would cover the larger weakness, that being ammo, so while he still has to worry about his concentration meter when he's firing his gun and such, he does not need to worry about reloading or his ammo at all. To combos and stuff that use reloading to cancel, you can still reload. No worries about that, you just don't need to reload to keep your ammo full at all. So go wild with that. Speaking of concentration, I didn't leave it unchanged, for I made the buff that he gets from using focus or super focus permanently active, having the concentration cost of all of his gun actions, whether it's just from holding it out or firing shots. And obviously, when you combine this with the infinite ammo change, you can do much more wacky shit all around. You know, if you're not started with a character like I am. And in addition to that, the enhanced aim that he gets from landing his curse ward is also always active, letting the crosshair focus on his opponent a lot faster by default. Essentially, I buffed the ever-loving fuck out of all the gun actions to absurd degrees. But that's not all, boys and girls, for on top of all of that, I have also made it so all of his shots, whether they're from at the ready or from steady aim, are automatically, by default, the charged and/or focus/locked-on version, letting them do max damage and have maximum accuracy at all given times. And before any of you can assume that it can't get any crazier, for the ultimate coup de grace, he can block while he has the gun out now. Blocking an attack will make him put it away afterwards, but no need to worry about getting mashed out of your gun pressure now because you can just block with it out. And not have to worry about putting it away first. Isn't that nice and swell and convenient? Well, sums up all the fun mechanical changes I've done to his main kit there, but what about all of his moves themselves? Let's get into that now. For one thing, another interesting change we'll get into later. On counter hit, close slash will now put the opponent into a very slow crumple stagger state, which allows you to basically follow up however the fuck you want to afterwards. Well, not quite that way, but shit. You can do just basic shit like that though, or like another close slash, whatever else. Go nuts. You have basically more than enough time to do anything you want. I mean, if you think about it, he is kneeing you basically right in the dick when he does this, so I found it comical and more than fitting to let him do that. And as I mentioned, it's also for another thing later. 4 slash and 2 slash can now actually Gatling into 6 slash because Chaos doesn't really have a heavy slash because the gun takes that up. I figured letting him Gatling into 6S from his other S normals is kind of substituting for his lack of H normal cancels, so that and these basically don't have any other cancel other than special cancel, so it makes them a little more viable in that regard to do 4 slash, 6 slash, 2S, 6S, whatever else. Extra pick and free tools and combo tools are never a bad thing. Always good to have options. At the ready, 2-6S actually launches the opponent higher on hit and can be used even if he already has the gun out, letting you more easily do those flashy resto combos or just having a nice bulky launcher. I think you can actually use this several times. On top of that, at the ready can also cancel into other specials on hit. Into cool little chains like the one I'm trying to do right now and failing at. There we go. You can even do shit. Steady aim shots can now be fired off faster than normal, noticeably so you can fit more into your combo before gravity takes over and just overall really improve the amount of devastation you can inflict with this move, whether it be in neutral because you can pressure them more with guard breaking shots, or in combos to rack up more high damage steady aim shots. Overall, it's a very simple and good change to have. Focus, since the buff is permanently active, is now overall a lot faster and recovers 50% more concentration gauge than normal, letting you keep your bar topped off a lot easier since you're going to be losing a lot more steady aim shots and stuff in your combos. That worked? Holy shit. Curse! As I said, the effect of this attack has been changed since he already has the Curse aim permanently active. You would think I maybe made the aim even better with the Curse debuff active, that's not the case. Instead, the Curse Orb, when it makes contact with the opponent, will inflict them with a 5-second tension penalty, which means they cannot gain much, if at any meter at all, for the next 5 seconds after it hits them. And this is a pretty nasty thing to actually apply to your opponent, because, I mean, here's normal tension gain, so that's by running forward high. But, if I curse him, you will see he gains a lot less bar, and that also applies to for when he gets hit, too. So he gets a lot less meter when he's getting comboed to hell by Chaos, too, when he has this little debuff active. Very much limiting your opponent's metered options like Roman cancels and reversal supers to get you out of sticky situations. So this is actually really a lot more disgusting than you think it is. Scapegoat has also been made a lot more nasty. It's a lot faster, gives Chaos a bit of tension every time he uses it because he uses a super bar. Jumps up a little bit there every time he pops a clone out. Now costs 0 HP to use, as you can see. And on top of that, the clones last a lot longer. I think they last about, yeah, they last twice as long as normal. The clones will stay up twice as long as normal, letting them cover a lot more space and ground, and the fact that they take HP means you can spam these with impunity to cover your offense, control the screen, etc., etc. Just be really dickish with them. And additionally, even if Chaos is at low health, he will now not spawn his low health clone anymore. He will spawn only the normal, tall, good clones that last longer. Yeah. Roll has been turned into a fucking crime against humanity. It goes a bit farther in distance, has way more invincibility, and gives him extra tension whenever he uses it, just like Boss Nago's dumbass fucking forward Fukyo. This means that while giving Chaos a shit ton of meter to abuse it, this is also completely invincible and unpunishable by anything. You can't hit him out of this. He can just roll all he wants and get shit tons of meter for it and just be rewarded for being lame with it. You're gonna do, like, round start, roll forward to throw, and stupid shit like that. Basically, this is an utter war crime. Not as much as one of his other moves that you'll see in a second, but this is probably the second most bullshit change I've done to him. That covers his specials, and now the last thing to talk about are his supers, which get him into that. I pray the showcase is going too scuffed right now as far as my commentary goes, but you would think after doing these sort of videos for several years I'd be very good at it, but nope, I'm still awkward and constantly misspeak. As per usual, nothing changes. For his supers, beginning with Super Focus, alongside recovering all of his focus meter like normal, this will actually give him a new buff, allowing him to have infinite concentration for the next 10 seconds after activation. You thought half gun all the time was bad? What about infinite gun for 10 seconds for him to do whatever the fuck he wants with? And of course, it can still loop this back into itself as well for even more shenanigans. Want to camp the enemy from full screen with infinite steady aim shots for 10 seconds? No fucking problem! Go right ahead! Oh, everyone's trembling in their seats right now seeing that, I assume. Good, because this still isn't the worst change I've given to him yet. One more extra little bonus I've given to Super Focus on activation, it has 59 frames of slowdown, like that of a Blue Roman cancel, allowing you to, do slowdown shenanigans. Real interesting what, more interesting things everyone of you can come up with to use for that effect, but I figure it allows a lot more, creativity, per se. But now on to the true magnum opus of Boss Chaos here. I have had this change in mind ever since I got the idea to make this bastard, and to finally have brought it to life brings me nothing short of great bliss. Behold, Deus Ex Machina! DEM is now the be-all, end-all fuck you move of fuck you moves. This beast of a super now deals twice the hits with a fittingly stylish animation, way more damage than normal, allowing it to delete half of Potemkin's health on raw hits, and can whiff punish you for so much as breathing in another country because it is now frame 1 on activation. This means Chaos can and will punish you for doing literally anything, anywhere on the screen. And there's not a single fucking thing you can do about it. The only caveat that anyone fighting him will have is that it is not invincible despite its frame 1 nature. And as if that's not bad enough, it is also safe, if not advantageous, on block and pushes you full screen. A frame 1 full screen punish option that is safe on, that is advantageous on block, and leads into combo options on hit. Makes this the ultimate dealer of skill issues. Last but certainly not least, we have a new super to go over that I have given Boss Chaos here in the form of 26226K. And I have to thank Maldahide / Hand of Aces for coining the new name for this move, because I loved his suggestion for it. Dubbed the, see ya later punch. This complete troll of a move causes Chaos to walk forward while fully armored for a short time, before unleashing a devastating punch on his unfortunate victim, that deals more damage than a Heavenly Potemkin Buster on hit. Additionally, this punch that he throws after the walk is unblockable, so no luck there. The only way to avoid it is by getting out of the way, or figuring out some other way to not get hit by it. Good luck with that. The unblockable is also instantaneous after the Super Flash, so you better figure out what you're gonna do very fast before you get clocked in the face by this monster. With that, we conclude the incredibly awkward and scuffed showcase part of this video. I have had an absolute blast working on Chaos here, and Strive modding is a lot more fun than I thought it would be. I'm looking forward to potentially making some extra Strive boss in the future, so look forward to that. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, hope to catch you in all future uploads, and I'll see you later.